Occasionally, a mistake slips by. We're only human after all.
It looks like a desert.
Hey, look at this. Right off the bat, there's dust on the inside of this.
You refurbished this one, DKOldies. It has swollen capacitors inside. It doesn't read discs.
The court is now in session. Your Highness, the prosecution, it's ready, and I would like to call the accused to the witness stand. So please, accused, can you tell us your name and occupation?
We're a family-owned retro video game store in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. We've been in business for over 18 years, and we only sell authentic products.
Objection!
First of all, I didn't ask what you sell, but if you insist, can you repeat what you already said?
We've been in business for over 18 years, and we only sell authentic products.
So you sell only authentic products, right? Then can you explain me this, and that, and this?
Objection!
But we only sell third-party controllers, not counterfeit ones. Why didn't you clarify this in your video? Your video implies that all of your items are authentic. Okay, can you elaborate on the third-party controller versus counterfeit argument?
This is a PlayStation 2 controller, but it's counterfeit. You can tell because the icons aren't even centered in the button. This is also a PlayStation 2 controller, but as you can see, there is nothing on it that would leave a consumer to believe that it's made by Sony. This is meant to scam people. This is not.
I would like to show the court this piece of evidence. Let's first ignore the awful condition of this quote-unquote refurbished console. We will get there very soon, but let's look at the controller. Very interesting, wouldn't you say that this is not a counterfeit controller, trying to trick people into thinking they got an original one? Besides the Nintendo logo missing, everything else looks exactly like a N64 controller. Anyways, I would like to bring up the refurbishing controversy, if I may, Your Highness. DKOldies, from my understanding, all of your consoles are sold as refurbished, isn't that right? Yes, you are correct. Your Highness, I would like to present my evidence, if I may, starting with this.
Your Xbox can't recognize this disc.
Here's everything that came out of the console, as well as where the jumper pack is.
Do you need more evidence, Your Highness?
Objection!
Said with the huge amount of orders that ship out each day, occasionally a mistake slips by. We're only human after all.
So only occasionally this happens. Very interesting. Very well, let me present my evidence to disprove your argument.
These capacitors for the power supply are swollen and on the brink of leaking, he said.
This is bad. Really, really bad. I'm gonna take some pictures and show it on the screen so you guys can get a better look at this, but like every inch of this is just covered in dirt.
On the website, it still says it is refurbished, so I'm interested to see, is it really refurbished? Took pictures and videos I will show on the screen. First, the biggest problem was the fan. There was so much disgusting gunk on there. It could've, should've, and says it was clean. It wasn't.
So Justin, Grant got his PlayStation 2 controller, but there were cuts in the wire. How could something like this happen?
For a good test of the cleanliness, we can take some isopropyl alcohol and let's give it a good scrub here and see what we got. This was not priorly cleaned as advertised. It's like complete black dust and grime.
Can you explain this, accused? But...
Have any issues? Give our awesome customer support team a call and they'll be happy to talk with you.
Objection!
So you have a warranty and awesome customer support. Let's see this awesome customer support, shall we?
I sent them an email. I told them, hey, look, this is what you sent me. This is my order number, and it does not work. And out of my pure curiosity, I opened it up to see if I can see any telltale signs why it doesn't work. And when I opened it up, it was absolutely disgusting on the inside. It does not look like it was refurbished like it claimed to be, and I'm very upset. And they said, hello, thanks for reaching out to me. I am very sorry to hear that you're having issues with your console, but prior to sending anything back to be exchanged, please try these quick tips to resolve your issues. Number one is make sure that your TV is correctly set up for Nintendo 64. HD TVs may need adjusting. A Nintendo 64 TV display signals are 240p to 480i, depending on the game. If your TV shows a no signal message, it may detect automatically and make the change, but this could take 5 minutes to recognize even with the game powered on. So that first tip is nothing to do with our console not working. So let's move on to the next tip. Make sure your AV cables are properly connected. So as you guys saw in the previous video, I didn't even touch the AV cables. I plugged in my garage sale N64 and it started up perfectly. So it's not the AV cables. The third tip they gave me, which is probably the funniest, is when
Good blow into the cartridge.
Blow. So as you guys saw in my previous video, I did blow into my cartridge. The last tip they gave me was when all else fails, clean your console. So I paid almost $100 for a Nintendo 64 that was supposed to be refurbished, and you're telling me to clean it because if it doesn't work, it's dirty, but you refurbished it before sending it to me?
Their response was the most generic corporate speech I have ever seen. This is something you would see from my YouTube AI responding to you. Great customer support, DKOldies. Thumbs up. Now let's see their response when he asked his money back.
I don't think I should be cleaning it because it's a refurbished console that you cleaned already. Why am I getting this product and then it not working, and then you're telling me to clean it because that's the reason it's not working? That doesn't make sense to me, so I just said, can I please have my money back? After that, he emailed me back pretty quickly and he said, hey, thanks for reaching out. I just created a replacement order for your Nintendo 64 console to be sent out with you along with a prepaid shipping label. You think I want another console when the first one that you gave me wasn't refurbished and it doesn't even work? No, I don't want anything from you. I told the guy, I said, hey, can I just have my money back? Please, please don't send me anything else.
So you get a big no. It's funny how DKOldies fanboys rip over eBay, but if I or this YouTuber ordered something from eBay, let's say an N64 from eBay, eBay would give us our money back, because eBay has a 30-day money back guarantee. Look at that, But eBay's bad, DKOldies good. Right? Right? In the end, he got his money back after arguing with them and fighting for his own consumer rights.
Give our awesome customer support team a call and they'll be happy to talk with you.
Now let's talk about the warranty stickers. Your Highness, I would like to present my evidence, if I may, starting with this. Most consumers don't know that these stickers are actually illegal, and that's because manufacturers don't want you to know. Under the 1975 Magnusson-Moss Warranty Act, the feds mandated that you can open your electronics without avoiding the warranty, regardless of what language of your warranty says. Objection! We have clarified on Twitter that our stickers do not void our warranty, and I quote, "The sticker doesn't void any warranty. If there was any confusion about that in the past, please contact us, and we will take care of it."
Objection!
I have found a contradiction, Your Highness. So you say those stickers do not void your warranty. Then can you explain this?
And so here's the response they sent back. They said, hello, thanks for reaching out to me. Sorry to hear that you received your console in that condition. Then a few sentences about how to return it, whatever. And then here's the funny part. They said, for future reference, opening up a console does void the warranty, but I talked to my department lead and we'll be sending out a replacement and we'll work with you here.
Is DKOldies a scam? No.
I demand silence in the courtroom. For future reference, opening up the console does void the warranty. Right? DKOldies, can you explain this contradiction? I thought so. Let's move on to the next evidence I would like to present. DKOldies loves to show how much knowledge they have about counterfeits and fake games and consoles. Isn't that right, DKOldies? Yes, that's right, we have enough professional knowledge to distinguish a fake from an original system or game. If that's the case, can you explain this? Destroying a knockoff Game Boy SP system, that's a very interesting title.
I'm Drew, DKOldies, these are fake Game Boy Advance SP systems. We don't like them here, so I'm gonna smash them.
Prosecution, may I ask, where is the contradiction? The contradiction, it's right here, Your Honor. Let me read the very first comment underneath this video. Those were legit IQ systems, they are incredibly rare and hard to find. Well done, DKOldies. But we couldn't know that because from the outside appearance it looks like a fake Game Boy system. If that's the case, why do you sell Game Boy systems on your own website with replica third-party shells aka original systems reshelled? If you have nothing else to say, then stay quiet. I would like to show the court this piece of evidence, if I may.
The batteries are real. The batteries are real.
So after destroying this rare system, you realize that the batteries were real. Couldn't you just open up the system and see if the motherboard and the batteries were real? Or do you maybe not open up your systems? DKOldies? I would also like to show more proof that DKOldies isn't educated when it comes to the retro gaming market. Here is my second piece of evidence.
And I noticed this weird port here. I know that this side over here is to plug in your headphone jack, but what is this other side over here?
You don't know that this is a microphone port, and you also destroyed a very rare Game Boy system. That's shameful and inexcusable for a retro gaming store who should know better. But no, their own fans are correcting them underneath these videos. So your own fans are more educated in retro gaming than you as a retro video game store. Let that sink in for a second. I think this was proof enough, so I would like to present more evidence to close my case. But before I do that, I would like to present this piece of evidence, the subscribe button, and I'm encouraging everyone who is following this court session to subscribe to this channel. Anyways, let's move on to the next point. Is it true that you overprice your items? Because our clients told us that you ripped them off. To see if those claims are true, let's first compare some of their prices with the prices from other secondhand stores, websites, and see where the issue is. Now someone may say, but they are a business, they need to make money. Yes, that is true, I agree, but not these type of profit margins. Those profit margins are not even close to Nvidia's aka Leatherjacket Jensen's himself profit margins. Those are crazy profit margins. They also offer you much less money than you will get on eBay as a seller, so the profit margins are even bigger than the price difference I showed you. Obviously there are other business expenses like employees, shipping or electricity bill, but even then, even if you calculate all those business expenses, the profit margins are just ridiculous. To educate you guys, businesses usually take a profit margin of around 50 to 20% usually. Obviously there are businesses who will take only 5 or 10% or maybe even 30 or 40%. From my understanding, the USA doesn't have a limit when it comes to the profit margin. There isn't a law what limits the profit margin of said company. Also, the higher prices will impact the overall used video game market. It will jank up the prices. Look what happened with WATA and their retro gaming market manipulation tactics. I will not explain what unethical and illegal business practices WATA did. For that I highly recommend checking out CardJob's video. But the fun doesn't end here. The owner of DKOldies, Drew Staleman, could be connected to WATA. Drew sold a copy of Super Mario Bros. For $30,000 on eBay. The weird part is that he sold this copy way before WATA came to existence, and at that time the sold copy of this game in this great condition were going for around maybe $400 to $600 max, and when I say max, I mean max. Interesting, and what it's even more interesting, is that the buyer was anonymous. Objection! Where is the problem? I don't see the problem. Don't interrupt me, I didn't finish my sentence. There was a similar case to the DKOldies one. I would like to present my evidence, if I may, Your Highness. An OP copy of Super Smash Bros. Sells for a record of over 2 million. An anonymous buyer purchased this 1985 game through a collectible site. So we have another anonymous buyer buying games at a ridiculous price of over the usual market price. This $2 million copy was heavily connected to WATA Games and proven to be connected to WATA and their market manipulation tactics. Sadly, because I don't have enough evidence, we cannot prove DKOldies being connected to WATA, but considering these circumstances, there is a high chance, a high possibility that the owner of DKOldies, Drew, had something to do with the situation surrounding WATA, but sadly we don't have enough evidence so that we can link WATA and DKOldies, and this will always stay a conspiracy theory unless we get more evidence. Now let's move to the social media aspect of this company. DKOldies takes advantage of the power they build over time on social media. Make no mistakes, their videos can be very entertaining, like Bubble Time and the Box God. They provide entertainment value, however the problem is that they use this power to maximize their profits. Filming orders at the first glance looks like a great idea, doesn't it? And yes, it's a great idea, a wonderful idea, but there is a huge alternative motive behind it. Alternative motives. Prosecution, can you elaborate on this claim? Yes, Your Highness, I already made a great statement about this topic. Not to repeat myself, I will quote one of my comments underneath Review Tech USA's videos. I think the problem is that they can overprice because people are stupid enough to buy it. They have a huge influence on both TikTok and YouTube and created a bubble. Children don't understand they don't need to spend 2x or 3x of the price just because they quote-unquote cleaned it. What takes a couple of minutes, or the fact that Joey touched the items and recorded it. It's a easy manipulation and children easily fall for it. I think this sums everything up. They also have a huge social media team of many people whose entire job is to monitor their social media. Why, you ask? Not just to create videos and post them, but also to silence actual legit critique. So let's talk about the damage control of DKOldies. They deleted every single one of my comments what they deemed as quote-unquote bullying or harassment. Now you probably ask yourself, what did you wrote them? Well, let's see one of my comments. You only clean and change the inside of a console if it's broken, but every console you sell it's advertised as quote-unquote refurbished. That's false advertisement, what it's illegal. Also it was proven time and time again that you never change the thermal paste on any console you sell, even the ones who are already opened. If you advertise something as quote-unquote refurbished, the first thing I expect it's a fresh new thermal paste, so that my chip doesn't overheat from an old crusty thermal paste from 15 to 20 years ago. Was my comment negative? Yes. Was it critique? Also yes. Didn't they respond to my critique or the critique of many other YouTubers? No, they didn't. It's easier to silence critique than to actually prove upon yourself. I also commented with different accounts, all of them got blocked by them. They spend more time with damage control than to actually improve their company and address the problems. DKOldies should put more time in actually improving their companies and giving us quality products for a reasonable and decent price than damage control this situation on social media. One of the damage control tactics they use is to post positively received orders from other customers, from other content creators. Are there happy customers? Yes, they are, but there are also the ones who aren't happy. Not everyone is happy with their order. Just showing the happy side, it's wrong. You need to show both sides of the same coin. Only showing sunshine and rainbow will not make the critique go away. By damage control and shutting down the critique and bad customer experience, you are not helping your situation. You should address the problems directly. I would like to call my next witness, Jacob R, to the witness stand and let him speak.
DKOldies started making these videos where they take a content creator's positive review and they re-upload it to their own channel, and as I see it, they're trying to sweep all the bad reviews under the rug. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Like, they're posting good reviews that are not good. Let me just show you this one right here. Just watch this one.
A package just arrived from DKOldies, and I'm going to show you how we open it. Right, I got an Xbox system player pack.
All right, so this one, I'll finish it out, but the first sketchy thing in this is if you look at the order number, right next to the order number there is a date. This is from August 16th, 2022. So they're digging up reviews from 6 months ago to repost on their channel, which I don't know about you, but I find that pretty odd. So this one, I found this one hilarious because first of all, they didn't even put a name to this one. They say an honest DKOldies review. Why would that be your title? Why would you not just say DKOldies review or 3DS review, 3DS showing it off, unboxing? I don't know. An honest DKOldies review. That just like, that's a weird thing to say. Like the other ones are not honest. It's almost like they're in a backhanded way calling these other reviews not honest. Like mine's not honest. Other people's are not honest. I don't. And here it is. This is the one I found really funny. It said, in quotation marks, "We've investigated ourselves and found no evidence of any wrongdoings." And so first thing I'll point out is, first of all, you'll notice the third-party controller on the side. Just those controllers are not good. But here's where the fun begins. This guy, he posted his unboxing like a couple months ago. Again, this is another one they dug up 2 or 3 months ago, and ends up that he's not actually happy with his order. So they dug up this old review that was good, but he's since then responded back to people and even made a video saying, yeah, I was actually not happy with that order. You know, the third-party controller is junk. I paid way too much. Should have bought it on eBay. And let me just show you. So here's a video. Here's his original video from Zeb the Great. Scroll down. Somebody says, "Thanks for your review. I'm definitely going to purchase from them." And he responds back and says, "After seeing some recent videos on the disaster orders from them, I would not recommend you buy from them. I wish I had researched it more because I let my nostalgia get the best of me. Despite my console does work, and after opening and cleaning it, it works. You can save more money by going to eBay. I also would not recommend them now after what I saw recently." So first of all, he's saying that he opened it up and cleaned it. Tells me it wasn't clean to start with. And there's a key sentence here. He says, "I let my nostalgia get the best of me." And I think that rings true for a lot of DKOldies customers. They see their cool videos, which they make cool videos. They make nostalgic videos. They have little games. Their content on their shorts are good, but it makes people get in the nostalgia feels. They go to their website and they pay way too much for a console and then figure out it's not refurbished. And he makes this comment 13 days ago. DKOldies didn't bother to even look at the comments on the video they reposted. Like, all they had to do was scroll down a little bit and see he wasn't happy anymore. And if I were them, I would not have posted that review.
They don't take accountability for their actions, and instead they try to damage control their situation. I would suggest a smaller sentence for DKOldies if they are willing to cooperate with us, and actually start to change and admit their mistakes, and owning up and improving. And this was my closing statement, Your Highness.
I think this is a clear case. Have the accused anything to say towards the hard evidence the prosecution has provided so far?
Is DKOldies a scam? No.
Hey, it's me, Retromania. I wanted to say my opinion about DKOldies before ending this video with my usual self. I have no ill will against DKOldies personally, but I don't like their unethical business practices. I think we should all put our bias aside and judge a company objectively, and because I love both modern and retro gaming, and I love collect games and merchandise, this video was necessary. Even if I changed the opinion of only one DKOldies buyer, I'm already happy if I did. I hope DKOldies one day opens their eyes and actually starts improving upon themselves, and not damage control this situation. Damage control will not improve your customer service, give us better refurbished consoles, stop overpricing everything because you are greedy, start actually educate your employees in retro gaming content, and not getting called out by your own fans who have more knowledge about retro gaming than you yourself as a retro gaming store. Give us better customer support, and never use warranty stickers ever again. I think this will be a great way to show that you care about your customers and not about the money. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, why not consider giving this small little virgin a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.